Be honest, everyone has done this and I have to. And if you're still doing this, stop doing it. Hi everyone, I'm Madison. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be telling you guys how to become a full-time influencer and how to grow your Instagram. I made this video very similar to this one 7 months ago, but ever since then I had to make a new one just because I have been doing so many different techniques about growing my Instagram that I just want to share with everyone because, well, just because I made a video in the past doesn't mean that I'm still doing whatever I said in that video. In the intro, can you all tell that I was very tired? And can you tell that I'm tired by the look on my face? Even though that I did nothing all day. Also in this video, I'll be telling you guys my top 10 things that you should and should not do whenever it comes to growing Instagram and becoming an influencer. This is basically like a updated version, or should I say 1 year later of influencer stuff, and well, you get what I'm saying. If you're curious to why in the world I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt even though that it is literally 18 degrees outside, it's because I was cleaning out my room, then while I was cleaning it I got hot, so that's the reason why. And not only that, it's warm in here, but I like it. That is what is going to be happening in this video, so if you are enjoying this video so far, give this video a thumbs up. If you find this helpful, again, give this video a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe and click the bell so you won't miss a video, and follow me on my Instagram and Twitter. Alright, so without being said, let's do this. According to my phone and what I typed up, the first thing that you should do if you want to become an influencer is find your niche. When I say find your niche, I mean think about what you want to post and what color you want it to be. For example, for me, I really like fashion content and I like the color pink. So when you put your Instagram together, or should I say when you are thinking of posting whatever niche you want to post, then just post it. In more specific terms, let's just say that you like cooking. Post cooking related content. If you like the color orange, make your photos orange. Or if you like dancing, if you like the color purple, post about you dancing and make the photo purple. Let's go back to the example about me. So for me, I really like fashion related content and the color pink. So what I did was I purchased Lightroom presents from SD and I searched up rose gold, and that's what I did. And whenever it comes to choosing your niche, you do want to make sure that you stick with it, even though that you may change your feed over time. But as of right now, make sure that you know what you want to post and just make it into a color that looks fun. Also, if you want to make this a whole lot easier by finding your niche, pick a hobby that you really like to do. Well, in other words, think about something that you do every single day that you really enjoy doing and post it on the gram. Well, does anyone say that? But seriously, if you have a hobby that you really want to share with the world, post it. If you don't know where you can find Lightroom presents, like I said earlier, go to SD because they have a lot on there, or whatever website you can find. Lightroom presents are honestly not that expensive. They could have, well, the price, it could range from maybe $12 to 90 cents, believe it or not. The second thing that I have on my phone that I typed, which is post consistently. When I say consistently, I mean look at your insights first. You might be asking, what does insights have to do with posting? Looking at your insights can say a lot of things about your followers, meaning what times are they active, what times are they least active, where are they from, who's following you. Well, actually you can tell who's following you. Not only that, it can also show you what is the age range or whatever for your followers. For me, I post every Monday and Wednesday and sometimes Fridays too. But just because I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday doesn't mean that I post it on those specific days. Insights change over time, and I remember I posted on a Thursday or something, and I would just experiment posting on different days. The thing is, you gotta make sure that you know what time your followers are most active. And if you are doing this for the first time, I suggest posting at least twice a week or 3 times a week. And if you are getting used to this, then post every single day if you could. I remember I would post daily pictures, but then I just came to realize that it got kind of boring after a while. I'm so far posting every Monday and Wednesday, as I mentioned earlier, and posting 2 times a week is okay. But I try not to spam just because spam is very annoying, and everybody knows that. Number 3 is don't use game groups. Okay, if you're curious what the heck they are, it's basically when you are in a group chat filled with people who you don't really know, and you have to, well, even though that you may be the admin or the other people may be the admin, so what you do is you have to follow the hosts. Let's just say that there are 3 hosts, then you should follow all of them. You have to like, comment, and save on at least a picture or 3 pictures, and after that send a specific emoji when you're done. So when you send the emoji, people will follow you, and people will like your emoji to let you know that you have not followed them, or they have followed you, or you haven't followed them back yet. Wait, did I just say that? Well, I don't even know. Even though that I've done game groups in the past, but then I actually stopped doing them because they're honestly a waste of time, and it's honestly gonna hurt your account because at least a day or 3 days after the game group, you lose followers. It didn't necessarily hurt my account, it's most likely just me losing followers. Also, if you do have the time to do it, then you can, but it's honestly just very time consuming, and it's honestly not really worth it. Addition to that, even though that I didn't type this, but I wanted to say just because I mentioned that in my other video, you can also do follower loops. Follower loops are basically, it's very hard to explain it. I'm going to try to explain it the best I can, but what happens in follower loop is when a user or 20+ pages comes together and they post a picture saying that there is a follow loop on this day, and they give you specific instructions. Instructions such as make sure you like the picture, save it, comment whatever you want, whatever they want you to comment, and mention a lot of people who will think that they'll participate. I used to do that, and it's honestly very fun because you get to discover a lot of people, and you get to connect with a lot of people, and plus they engage their stuff. And there are different types of follower loops. There are maybe 6-hour loops, 24-hour loops, or even 48-hour loops. The good thing about them is that you gain followers. It's like they follow you and they follow you back. Another thing that I really like about follower loops is that you get to meet a lot of new people around the world, or just like, you know, follow other people and see what they do for a living, just like have a nice connection with them. But the downsides of follower loops are they're just a waste of time, and if you go too fast, you will get action blocked. Another thing that I don't really like about follower loops is that you lose followers over time, which I find very annoying. But if you don't want to follow anyone back or do anything, you have to buy a ghost bot, which is basically a very effective way to gain followers. It also has different prices depending on how long you want to be a ghost for. So if you want to do follower loops, I highly recommend it because it's awesome. But at the same time, if you have the time, then you can. But if you don't want to waste your time, then I suggest not doing it. Number 4, okay. I want to be honest with you guys that we all have done this and include myself. But if you still do this, please stop, because this will actually hurt your account, which is buying followers, comments, and views. And the reason why it's bad, because they're robots. When you buy followers, they don't engage with your stuff, they don't like your pictures, they are just random accounts that follow you, then unfollow you after a while. I'm gonna be honest, like I said, I used to do this, but then I stopped because it wasn't worth it. Even though that my account wasn't permanently banned or locked, I just stopped because, well, I felt like it wasn't worth doing anymore. Not only about followers, I also bought comments, but then I stopped doing that just because, like I said, it's not worth it. So if you're still doing this, you have to stop, because if you keep doing it, then Instagram is going to be a little suspicious about your account and what's been going on. So please stop buying followers, and please stop buying likes, even though that you might get DMs saying that there is a offer that they can do to help you gain followers and it costs money. Don't do it, because you don't know what they're capable of, and you don't know what's really gonna happen. Also, if you get emails like me, just ignore it, just don't do it. But the thing is, it's a red flag if they say no refunds, and I wonder why they say that. Number 5, use hashtags. Hashtags are so important for Instagram, because not only it'll boost up your engagement, it will also help brands and other people to find you. And recently I have been using this app called #expert, not sponsored. It's an app where it can basically show you what kind of hashtags it will work and what hashtags cannot work. Now when it comes to using hashtags, I do want to make sure that I use hashtags that has less than 1 million posts or something, because if I choose that, then it will be impossible for people to find me. If I choose a picture, well, if I choose a hashtag that has less than 10,000 or 100,000 posts, then it's easier to find me. There's also a fee that you need to pay for if you want to get access to more stuff. But to be honest, I'm not doing it because I don't think it's, like, no. So what I suggest doing is, before you post, engage with everybody as much as you can, and after you post, continue engaging, and you will see a huge difference. I actually do that, and it really works. So when I say a few minutes, I would say engage with everybody at least an hour or 45 minutes, so that way you'll get the full effect and the full result of what happens when you engage with people before and after you post. Number 6, edit your bio. And if you're asking me to why in the world should I edit my bio, well, there's a reason why you should. The reason why that you should edit your bio in a very specific way is because so that way brands will know what your page is about and what you post. I'm gonna use my examples, so that way it'll be a lot more easier. So for me, on my bio, oh my god, I need to open Instagram for this. So for me, I said that I'm a video creator because I do YouTube for a living. I also put down I'm a fashion and lifestyle influencer. The next one, I mentioned my boyfriend's name, so that way people know whether or not if I'm single or taken. I also put from New York, so that way brands and followers will know where I'm from. I also put management because I'm part of influencer programs. Another thing that I added was, if any brand wants to collab with me, they must email or DM me. Lastly, I said YouTube link here. Even though that I did have a link tree, but then I got rid of it just because I find that kind of boring, but I may put it back someday. Number 7, post good quality pictures. When I say good quality pictures, I mean pictures that look professional and stand out. When you buy Lightroom presents, as I mentioned earlier, you have to make sure that it doesn't really look like a filter. You gotta make sure that the photos look natural as possible. According to my pictures, they look natural, and it definitely shows up my skin tone a lot. Make sure that you have at least a pink background and everything one of your photos. Make it pastel, pink, white, blue, green, whatever. So if you want, you can make your background your room wall or whatever you want. Number 8, type long captions. And I've been doing this a lot recently and it really helps. The reason why you should type long captions is because your followers are going to interact with it even more. So it's like whenever you just post or type one sentence such as be happy, live your life, blah blah blah, then what's the point of people gonna like it or comment on it? If you post a long caption, then people are most likely going to read it. So for an example, just type a question, and then the longer you type is actually going to make the more option appear. Let's just say that you are about to read a long caption and you want to find out more. That is how your followers are going to engage and comment on your picture. On my recent picture of when I posted on Monday on January 10th, the first thing I typed was, can anyone tell me whether or not my shirt matches my sweatpants? But I can't tell. And a lot of people said it matches, it looks good, whatever. Another thing that I posted was back in December of last year. It started off by saying it's beginning to cost a lot like Christmas. I mean, can we all relate? So whenever I type that up, people are most likely going to engage with it and just say, yeah, that's relatable, or no, it's not. Number 9, follow people who are in your niche. And I do this because it's a lot more easier, and that way you won't have to follow like random people. Another reason why that I follow people who are in my niche is so that way it'll be more easier for me to engage with others. I most likely follow people who are in fashion, lifestyle, fitness, or comedy pages. Or sometimes I follow wedding pages. Don't ask me why, but I follow those pages. It's just really helpful and it makes a lot more sense, does it? When you follow people, find people who are in your niche. And the only way to do that is if you join engagement groups that I'm still doing, and it's very helpful because you get to find a lot of people who are basically in your niche or in different niches. Number 10, last but not least, is to be yourself. And I said that because be yourself is the only way people are gonna be more interested in your content. If you are afraid of people judging you based on what you say, what you do, whatever, then just ignore them because that's their problem, not yours. If you are scared of expressing yourself or expressing your own opinions, do that. And if people start judging you or start hating you, then just block them. It's that simple. If you want to post about body confidence but you can't because you're afraid that people are going to say something negative, such as there are kids on here, there are a lot of people on here, there are like creeps on the internet, whatever, just do it. And if any creeps contact you or reach out to you, just block them. Another reason why you should be yourself is because it's basically who you are as a person, and what you're doing for a living basically describes who you are, what you're doing, and why. So be who you are. Don't let anyone stop you from being you because you're not them and you don't have the same lifestyle as everybody else. And that is a wrap for this video. Thanks for watching. If you haven't seen my last video, stay tuned until the end. Subscribe if you have not already. And by the way, I made a filter for my Instagram, so if you want to do that, go to my page and use it. Thanks for watching. If you find these tips helpful, DM me on Instagram and Twitter, or let me know in the comments. Alright everyone, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!